I'm terribly sorry there hasn't been one of these for like 2 months now. I watched these films ages ago, so there's honestly no excuse. It's November and I should be on episode 13 now, so I'm going to try and do one every couple of weeks, same with movie musicals, to catch up for the end of the year. Hello, I'm Florentina Faconti and welcome to another episode of Horror Movie Reviews. Today, the 3 horror movies that I recently watched for the first time are The Evil Dead, Dr. Sleep and Final Destination. And as always, starting with the classic one, The Evil Dead. I was so surprised with this one because I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I found it so exciting and actually quite scary, which is rare for me with like these older horror films. I thought the gore was fantastic and very shocking. Like even my dog walked in and looked at me like, what the hell are you watching? Like she was horrified. I was so hooked. It was just so unexpected and I'm excited to watch it again, but I've been holding off because it made me feel a bit sick. I've heard good things about the whole franchise and I know that they're very well loved films, so I'm really excited to get stuck in with the rest of them because I loved this one so much. But as usual, standard for me with older horror films, some of the acting was a little bit dodgy, so I'm gonna have to knock a few points off for that. But I think I'm gonna give it a strong 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. Next up is Dr. Sleep. Okay, I went into this not expecting to like it much because I wasn't too crazy about The Shining. I liked the story of The Shining because I enjoy the vibe of Stephen King horrors, but some of the film adaptations don't really do it for me. I'm sure I'd love the books, but that would require reading and that's not a bit of me. Haven't got the attention span for that. Also, and don't come at me, I'm not really a fan of Ewan McGregor, so I was hoping that this would change my mind, but I think that with every Ewan McGregor film that I watch and it never does. I'm sorry. I like him as a person, like in his interviews and stuff, he's quite funny, but I don't really find him very engaging as an actor. I found most of this film quite boring until he was back at the hotel. I thought the recreation of a lot of the scenes and bringing back a lot of familiar characters was really cool. And the whole section of the film in that location was so interesting and I was so into it. It was okay, but it just didn't really interest me until those bits at the hotel. So I think I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Which is fairly generous, to be honest. And finally, Final Destination. Okay, I'm really sorry to any fans of this franchise, but I hated this film. I have a valid reason though. I found it such a stressful experience that I had to like defocus at times because I was getting so annoyed at some of the plot points and the characters. I was really trying to get on board with it and I was fully into it at the beginning with the plane and stuff. I found that bit so exciting. But then all the other premonitions were coming along and they weren't learning and no one was listening to me. I think I got a little bit too involved. I think it was a great concept that you can't cheat death, that if there's a plan for you, it can't be avoided. I just did not enjoy the experience of watching it. I was so stressed. I'm even stressed just thinking about it now. And maybe that's the desired effect, but I just felt like I got too involved for the wrong reasons. So I'm very sorry, but I think this whole franchise is a hard pass for me. And for all those reasons, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. And I think 2.5 of those are for the opening. So yeah, that was Horror Movie Reviews episode 11. Coming up in episode 12, I'm going to be talking about Misery, Get Out and 28 Days Later. And I have a feeling I'm going to be a bit more positive about those. Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want more of this. But as always, stay safe and look after yourselves. Bye.